Yo, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you're not new. Today I wanted to just kind of briefly talk about something that I sort of, realized. Um, Dealing with my parents for 30 years. Um, and it's the fact that I've grown up more than they have. And what I mean by that is I'm more mature emotionally and intellectually. I am better at owning my shit than they are, especially like in the moment, in the heat of the moment. Not always. I'm not perfect, but I'm definitely like willing to accept my faults. I've done that all my life. In fact, I thought I was a lot worse than I really was. I was raised that way, actually. So yeah, I was very hypercritical of myself throughout my childhood and adulthood. So. But the reason I wanted to talk about this was because of parenthood and the way your toxic mentalities, your toxic traits, your behaviors, all this shit, all the fucking shit, the way you affect your children. The reason why I want to talk about this is because a lot of people aren't even aware of the ways that they're affecting their children. They're too fucking selfish. And I mean that in a way of being self-absorbed. Whether they mean it or not. And obviously, most parents want the best for their kids. Yet at the same time, they can't even grasp what it means to have the best for themselves. And it takes a lot of inner work, a lot of shadow work. So I want to give an example of what I'm talking about so you know what I mean. When my papa came to visit with his new wife, it was a couple months ago or something. My mom, she had one of those freakouts where she has to clean everything and make everything look spotty or whatever. And, I kind of get it. But at the same time, she started closing everybody's doors. And she doesn't do this all the time. She cleans all the time. She does a bunch of cleaning all the time. But she doesn't close doors unless somebody particular comes over. And I was offended because I didn't really want my door closed. I asked her why she closed my door, and she said, "Your room is dirty." And at the time, it wasn't. It is now. It's fucking dirty now. I let it get dirty, but it's besides the point. I stepped on something, and I don't know what. But so I asked. Yeah, I asked my mom why she closed my door, and her answer was that our rooms are dirty. And I was just supposed to believe it. Like, if I was a gullible kid and, young, impressionable, obviously I'm looking up to my parents for good examples of what I should be and all these other things, I would probably believe it if I were inclined to. I would believe that my room was dirty for some reason, even though it wasn't, even though I knew it wasn't. I was just supposed to not talk back and be like, "Oh yeah, okay, sure, my room's dirty, so I guess I'll leave my door closed." And I wasn't in my room, by the way, just to make that distinction. I was out of my room, and that was the same with all the other rooms. She closed the door to the rooms that nobody was in. Her bedroom, my bedroom, the bathroom, every door she could find, she closed it. And, if you're real enough, if you're open enough, if you understand yourself well enough, if you've done the shadow work, if you've done any amount of self-improvement or just any amount of self-work, you would probably come to some sort of conclusion that, it's actually trust and control issues that she's enacting. I don't know a good word. That she is exhibiting she is showing trust and control issues, which my mom has. I know she does. She has a lot of the narcissistic traits. And but at the time I didn't say this. I didn't know, but I just accepted it for what it was, even though I knew it wasn't true. The true, real answer is that she has random trust, not random, but she has trust issues and control issues that compel her to do things like that. But this, just taking this example, because obviously this isn't the most harmful example ever, it's just an example. There's probably a lot worse and a lot deeper that kids and parents go through, where parents aren't able to own their own fucking shit. And it's actually kind of sad when you think about it. It's actually kind of sad that a parent, a full-grown adult, typically, usually, cannot answer truthfully to their kids. It's weird. And I'm like, it makes sense. The answers are there. It's not like it's completely unfounded. But at the same time, it's like kind of sad and pathetic that a parent were not able to own their own shit when confronted with the truth by their child. But it's not without reason. They can't do it with themselves. Why would you expect that they could do it with somebody else? That they could be honest with anybody else. You're supposed to trust yourself more than anything or anybody, but if a parent can't even do that, how are they going to be a good leader for their kids? It's so fucked up. And this is part of the generational trauma that people go through and people have to undo. Is obviously your parents aren't 100% reliable when it comes to truth and reality. The real reality. Not the cover-up, makeup, masking reality that people like to put on the show for. There is, I will say that there, at least in this example, there's all kinds of examples that people may relate with, but at least with this example, it is somewhat understandable that you would want to have a good image for people that you care about or that care about you. But at the same time, if the truth is like right there in front of you and you can't look at it, I think there's something wrong with that whenever you're trying to raise kids. It's because kids crave whatever is real and true. Like, they don't have... Kids aren't born with the bias. It is instilled in them, I think. At least to a certain degree. Like, you don't see kids judging facts. They accept it. They accept it for what it is. That's how they are. They're gullible and impressionable and all this other shit. Like, that's like the fucking trademark of what a kid is. And if you can't be real with yourself, how are you ever going to be real with your kids? And at a level of compassion and understanding and like wholeness. I don't know. I just find it to be too much these days. Like, we're only having more kids, generally speaking. There's more people and more kids. It's about time people fucking own their shit. Like, just fucking own it. And I don't mean like a toxic... it's not gonna be pretty, but I don't mean like... I don't know. I just think people are way too fake these days. Fake. So fake. So fake. People put on a front, and then because of this, whenever their true mask does slip, it appears worse than it really is. Sometimes, not always. But then again, that's an abuser for you. Abusers love to portray the nice person image. Abusers of themselves and of other people, whether they're conscious, which is probably not the case of it, because They don't want to own the shit. They don't want to be conscious of it. They don't want to wake up. They don't want to get out of bed and own the day for once instead of just trying to make up for past mistakes by cleaning your house too much. It's like it's a type toxic cycle that goes on and on and on, and you just wear yourself thin until you're fucking dead. It doesn't end. Like, that's the point. That's the whole fucking point, is you fall victim to this cycle of never-ending denial. And you don't grow. You don't improve. You don't mature. Yeah. Anyway, I guess that's all I have to say. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.